3 things that only happen to those who have a cross in their home. Have you ever felt an invisible weight pressing on your soul? A heaviness in your home? A darkness you can't quite explain? Do you ever wake up at night, sensing something is wrong, but you don't know what? Maybe it's the constant turmoil, the arguments, the unease that never seems to leave your house. What if I told you that a single object, a sacred symbol, could change everything? What if there was a way to invite divine protection, strengthen your faith, and bring peace where chaos reigns? For centuries, the cross has been more than just wood, metal, or stone. It is a spiritual weapon, a shield, a declaration of faith. But here's the truth. Having a cross in your home does more than just remind you of Jesus. It shifts the very atmosphere. It creates a barrier against unseen forces. It invites the presence of God in ways you never imagined. And those who keep it close, those who honor it, experience 3 incredible, life-changing things. What happens when a cross stands in your home? Miracles. Battles fought in silence. Protection against what you cannot see. Skeptical? Ask yourself this. Why do so many believers across generations speak of the unshakable peace they feel when the cross hangs above their door? Why do stories of families once torn apart, now united, often begin with a simple act of placing the cross in their midst? Is it just coincidence? Or is there something divine at work? Before we go deeper, let me tell you this. By the end of this message, you will know exactly why the cross holds such power. You will understand what most people overlook, and you will never see your home the same way again. If you've ever longed for a sign, for clarity, for proof that God is watching over you, this is it. Stay with me. What you're about to hear might just change your life forever. 1. A home with a cross invites God's protection. Have you ever walked into a house and felt something was off? A weight in the air, a sense of unease you couldn't explain? Maybe you felt it in your own home. The sudden tension, the restless nights, the feeling that something or someone is watching. Darkness exists. Evil is real. The Bible warns us that the devil prowls around like a roaring lion, looking for someone to devour. 1 Peter 5 verse 8. He does not knock. He does not wait for permission. He slips into homes unnoticed, through anger, through fear, through division. And once he's inside, he doesn't leave easily. But there is one thing the enemy cannot stand. One symbol that sends him fleeing. The cross. When you place a cross in your home, you make a bold statement. This house belongs to Jesus. You are not just decorating. You are declaring war against darkness. You are putting up a shield, a fortress of faith. The cross is not an ornament. It is a weapon, a banner of victory. It is the mark of Christ's triumph over sin, over death, over every power that seeks to harm you. Where the cross stands, darkness cannot prevail. How many times have you felt under attack? Emotionally, spiritually, even physically. The stress that keeps you awake at night. The anxiety that wraps around your chest like a vice. The fear that whispers, you're not safe. You are alone, but you're not alone, and you're not defenseless. Many believers testify that simply having a cross in their home brings a peace they cannot explain. It is not superstition. It is spiritual truth. The enemy does not fear empty words. He does not fear routine prayers, but he fears the name of Jesus. He fears the cross because it is the very symbol of his defeat. There's a reason why exorcists use the cross in deliverance. A reason why believers hold it close in their dying moments. A reason why the enemy recoils at its sight. It is a reminder that his power is nothing compared to the power of Christ. Still skeptical? Think of the homes that feel hollow, burdened, restless. Now, think of the homes filled with faith where the cross stands at the center. The difference is undeniable. The cross does not remove every storm, but it anchors you when the winds rise. It does not promise an easy life, but it promises victory in the fight. If you have felt vulnerable, exposed, afraid, this is your answer. If you have sensed a presence in your home that does not belong, this is your shield. If you have longed for protection, for security, for the peace that nothing in this world can give. This is where it begins. Hang the cross, not as a decoration, not as an afterthought, but as a declaration, as a statement that your home is under divine protection. Because when you keep the cross in your home, you are not just remembering Jesus. You are inviting his presence, his power, his victory. And where Jesus reigns, the enemy cannot stay. Now let's go deeper, because the cross does more than protect. It strengthens, it transforms. And what you're about to discover next might just change the way you see your faith forever. 2. A cross in your home strengthens your faith. Have you ever felt like your faith is slipping away? Like the fire you once had is now just a flicker? Maybe life has thrown too many storms your way. Maybe the weight of pain, disappointment, and unanswered prayers has made you wonder, is God even listening? You're not alone. There are moments when even the strongest believer feels weak, when prayers feel hollow, when doubt creeps in like a shadow, whispering, maybe you're on your own. Maybe the world's noise has drowned out the voice of God. Maybe the burdens of this life have made it hard to hold on. But what if there was something so simple, yet so powerful, that could reignite your faith? What if a single symbol in your home could remind you, every day, that God has never left your side? That's exactly what the cross does. The cross is more than history, more than a relic, more than just a reminder of suffering. It is the greatest proof of love this world has ever seen. It is the answer to every fear, every doubt, every moment of despair. Because when you look at the cross, you don't just see wood. You see a Savior who chose you. You see a love that refused to turn away. A love that endured nails, humiliation, agony, just so that you could be free. So let me ask you, how often do you forget? How often do you get caught in the rush of life, drowning in bills and stress and bad news? How often do you focus on what's wrong instead of remembering what's already been won? That's why having a cross in your home matters. It's not just there to be seen. It's there to speak. Every time your heart is heavy, it whispers, you are not alone. Every time fear grips you, it declares the battle is already won. Every time you feel unworthy, unwanted, unseen, it reminds you you are worth dying for. And something incredible happens when the cross is in your home. Prayer becomes easier. Your heart turns back to God. You find yourself pausing, reflecting, remembering. You start seeing beyond the chaos of this world. You start feeling his presence again. Many believers who keep a cross in their home notice a shift. They pray more. They worry less. They feel drawn to the word, to moments of stillness, to the kind of faith they once had but thought they lost. It becomes more than a decoration. It becomes an invitation to surrender, to trust again, to believe again. Because faith isn't about never struggling. It's about choosing to stand firm, even when the ground shakes. It's about knowing that no matter what you face, the cross has already declared the final word, victory. And if you feel like your faith has grown weak, if you've been searching for a sign, for something to bring you back, this is it. Hang the cross where you can see it. Let it remind you of what's real. Let it draw you closer, deeper, back to the one who has never left. Because when you keep the cross in your home, you don't just remember Jesus. You return to him, and that changes everything. But the power of the cross doesn't stop there. It does something even greater. It brings peace. It brings unity. And what you'll discover next might be exactly what your home has been missing. 3. The cross brings peace and unity to a home. Have you ever walked into a house that just felt different? A home where peace seemed to fill the air, where love was tangible. And then, have you stepped into another, where tension clung to every corner, where silence was heavy, where even the walls seemed to carry the weight of conflict? What makes the difference? Is it the people? The way they were raised? The way they communicate? Or is it something deeper, something unseen, something spiritual? The truth is, every home carries a presence. Some homes radiate warmth, safety, peace. Others feel cold, distant, restless. Maybe you felt it in your own house. Maybe you've noticed the arguments that never seem to end, the frustration that lingers, the unspoken words that build walls between you and the people you love. Maybe you long for something more. And here's what many don't realize. The cross has the power to change everything. A home with a cross is not just a home with a religious symbol. It is a home that acknowledges Christ as its foundation. A home that declares, love lives here. Forgiveness lives here. Peace reigns here. Because where Jesus is, division cannot remain. Think about the last time an argument erupted in your home. Maybe it was over something small, a forgotten chore, a harsh word spoken too quickly. Or maybe it was something deeper, years of resentment, pain that was never healed, wounds that were never spoken. Now imagine, in that moment, your eyes catch the cross hanging on your wall. What does it say to you? It reminds you that love is sacrificial, that true strength is found in humility, that anger may feel justified, but forgiveness is the only way to freedom. The cross is not just about what Jesus endured. It's about what he taught, to love even when it's hard, to forgive even when it's undeserved, to be patient even when frustration rises. And when a family keeps the cross at the center of their home, they begin to live differently. They begin to love differently. They learn to let go of grudges. They learn to listen more, to speak with kindness, to build each other up instead of tearing each other down. And the result? Peace. Not a fragile, temporary peace, but a peace that stays even when storms come. A peace that says, this home belongs to Christ. And where he is, love will always win. Many believers who have placed a cross in their homes say that something shifts, that conflicts don't escalate the way they used to, that there is more laughter, more understanding, more grace. It doesn't mean life is perfect. It doesn't mean there won't be disagreements, but it does mean that the foundation is stronger, that there's a constant reminder hanging there, visible to all, of what truly matters. And maybe that's exactly what your home has been missing. Maybe you've been searching for peace. Maybe you've been longing for unity, for something to bring your family back together. This is your answer. Hang the cross. Let it be the center. Let it remind you every day that love is greater than pride, that patience is greater than anger, that peace is possible. Because when the cross is in your home, it is not just a symbol. It is an invitation for Christ to dwell there, to bring healing, to bring restoration, to bring the kind of peace that nothing in this world can give. And that kind of peace, it changes everything. But the cross doesn't just protect. It doesn't just strengthen faith. It doesn't just bring peace. It does one more thing, something that might just change your life forever. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear next will open your eyes to something truly extraordinary. So now you know, 3 things that only happen to those who have a cross in their home. Protection, faith, and peace. 3 things we all long for. 3 things this world cannot give. Look around your home. What do you see? A place of love, security, and faith? Or a place weighed down by worry, tension, and fear? What if the answer to everything you've been searching for has been right in front of you all along? Because the truth is, the cross is not just a decoration. It is a doorway, a gateway to a home where Christ dwells, a home where the enemy has no claim, a home where faith is strong and peace is unshakable. The question is, will you invite him in? Or will you continue living without the protection, the strength, the peace you could have? This is your moment, your wake-up call, your sign that it's time to make a change. Place the cross in your home, not just on the wall, but in your heart. Let it transform the way you live, the way you love, the way you believe. And now, I ask you, what do you need from God today? Do you need healing? Strength? A miracle? Whatever is heavy on your heart, lay it down before him. Write your prayer in the comments below. Let the world see your faith. Let heaven hear your cry. Because the cross is not just about this life. It is about eternity, about the promise of heaven, the home that awaits us all. So don't wait. Don't hesitate. Invite Christ in today, and may his love, his mercy, and his presence fill your home forever.